A key part of collaborating with others is understanding how to transfer documents to them. Microsoft Word offers a number of sharing tools, including OneDrive and email. In this topic, you will learn how to share documents with others and how to edit shared files. Sharing is only possible when files are saved in the cloud, so using your OneDrive for file storage is an important first step in this process. OneDrive is Microsoft's cloud-based solution for storing and sharing files. It is integrated with both the desktop and online versions of Microsoft Office. Once your document is saved to a cloud location, such as OneDrive, you can quickly share it with others in your organization. To save a document to OneDrive, ensure that you are signed into a Microsoft account. Then click File, Save As, and in Locations, choose your OneDrive account. Now select the desired folder, name your file, and then click the Save button to upload your document to OneDrive. Begin the share of a document by using the Share command near the top right hand of the ribbon interface. You can also click File, Share. Once you click this command, you will see the Send Link dialog box. This gives you a quick and direct way to email a link to the file to a specific person or group of people. It is as simple as specifying the email addresses of the people you want to send the link to and then hitting Send. The To field is where you enter who to share with. As you type an address, if the recipient is in your organization, you can autofill from the Auto-Suggest list. If the recipient is outside of your organization, you may have to type it in fully, although it may start to auto-suggest those you frequently share with. Sending the link is a very quick process, but before you hit the Send button, there are some important security issues that you will need to make a decision on. Bear in mind that you are allowing access to the original of your document and not just a copy. It is important that you consider what level of access you want to grant and whether the people who receive the link will be allowed to edit the contents. The Copy Link choice at the bottom allows you to create a copy of the link to the file that you can send to someone in an email, a Teams chat, or other form of instant messaging. The Anyone with the link can edit is the default setting. This means that anyone who is given the link to the file can access it and edit it. This may not be just the people you email directly. If any of them forward your email to someone else, the people who received the forwarded email will also be able to access the file. If you would want restricted access to the document, click on the Anyone with the link can edit choice to see alternative settings. You must allow editing access if you want users to co-author the document with you. The second choice, which will display something like this, People in WestCal with the link, will allow access to anyone who is a member of your company or organization. If they are a member of the company and have the link, they can access the document. If they forward the link to another colleague, that staff member will also have access. However, if one of them forwards the link to someone outside the company, the link will be inactive, and access will be blocked for the external person. The specific people choice creates a link that only the people you specify can use to access the file, folder, or list item. If you select this option, enter the names or email addresses of the people to whom you want to give access to the file, folder, or list item. Use this to share with people inside or outside your organization, but when you want to make sure it doesn't work if they forward it on to others. When you have determined who will have access to the document, you should also decide if they will be allowed to edit the contents of the file. Again, by default, the Allow Editing tick box is selected. If you remove the tick mark, the people you are giving access to will only be able to read the document. If you wish, you can strengthen the security by setting a password. There are two other useful choices here which allow you to manage the link and control what happens to your document. If you choose to set an expiry date using the Set Expiration Date option, the link will become inactive on the specified date for everybody who receives the link. Obviously, when people use the link, they are accessing the original document in your cloud storage. You can increase the security for your document by setting the Block Download option. When this is switched to on, recipients can still link to the file, open and edit it, but no one will be able to download their own copy of the document. This document is stored in the WestCal OneDrive account. To create a shareable link, click the Share button on the top right-hand side of the ribbon. Because you need to have others in your team work on this document at the same time you do, you need to allow others editing access to make their changes. By default, the setting Anyone with a link can edit is applied. Clicking here allows you to change the access permissions you give when sharing the file. The Anyone with the Link Can Edit option is easy to apply, but it does leave the document accessible to anyone who has the link. You might only enter one email address here, but if that person gave the link to others, they would then be able to gain access. A more secure share option is to take the specific people choice. Then, when you add the email addresses, only those specified will have access. Choosing specific people puts a tick mark on that option. Press Apply to commit your choice. You are returned to the Send Link main dialog to choose those you wish to share the document with. If there are more co-author editors required, enter each one. In the message box, you can enter a message that will be seen when users get their share notification. When you have entered everyone that you need to share with, click the Send button to send the link notification to all users. A notice appears confirming that the link was sent. Click the Close icon to return to your document. Shared files allow you to have editing in real time with other users. Word automatically begins simultaneous editing when 2 or more users have the shared document open. If someone else is co-editing, their profile indicator displays near the Share button on the ribbon. The user is also indicated at their current editing point by a username banner.